roads, hospitals and welfare, maybe you shouldn't be accessing those services brought to you by wonderful Western civilization, huh? Think about that.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we have this white lady who made a TikTok video responding to a sister who's trying to let white people know that box braids are not made for white people's hair and that it's not in their culture. I mean, it's just, you know, common knowledge, common sense. I don't know which video I should start with, the video of a black sister trying to protect white people's hair, or I should play the white lady's video. I think I'll go to the video which started all this. So here's the video of a sister. Let's get into it.
I'm gonna give you all a quick lesson on why box braiding your hair as a white person is a means of cultural appropriation, since some of you guys think that it's okay. First, let's define cultural appropriation. It is the act of adopting elements of an outside, often minority culture, including knowledge, practices, and symbols, without understanding or respecting the original culture and context. It's evident that a lot of you guys don't know the culture or context of braiding, so I'm gonna give you a quick rundown. Braiding is an integral part of black culture, and for many women, it's a rite of passage. Thousands of years ago, a specific look could even indicate your clan, your age, or your marital status. Eventually, black people were taken from their homes and enslaved, which brought a new meaning to braids. Black female slaves lacked resources and time, therefore braids became a practical thing because they knew it was something that could last for a while. Even more so, braids served as a secret messaging system for slaves to communicate with one another. The number of plaits women have could even tell you how many roads a slave needed to walk to meet someone in order to escape bondage. To this day, braids are an ancestral tradition and they represent a long line of people that fought for our rights. We'd appreciate if you respect it.
And here are the two videos of the white ladies who responded to this queen's video. Can you imagine they didn't even address anything from what she said? Watch these clips.
It has been brought to my attention that a lot of creators here on TikTok are saying that white women cannot wear box braids for it is cultural appropriation. Well, I don't agree with you, my love muffins, because if we expand on that logic, you should immediately stop eating nachos, tacos, pizzas, lasagnas and all other foods that don't belong to your particular culture. Also, if where you came from originally they didn't have hot running water, plumbing, roads, hospitals and welfare, maybe you shouldn't be accessing those services brought to you by wonderful Western civilization, huh? Think about that.
White person is a means of cultural appropriation.
And I'm going to give you a quick lesson on its hair. And if I can't put box braids in my hair as a white woman, how come you as a black woman can straighten your hair and dye it blonde? Wouldn't that be cultural appropriation? Because I'm pretty sure you're not born with straight blonde hair. It's tit for tat.
Okay, so it's so crazy how someone can respond to a video without addressing anything from the video. What is that? You guys let me know what to think about this video in the comments section below, because people stitched these videos. People responded to these videos and I've collected a few stitches for you guys. So make sure you watch these videos up to the end. Let's get into the stitches.
Wear box braids.
They just hating like real talk. They are hating. Y'all can wear box braids. I'm trying to tell you, y'all can wear box braids. As a matter of fact, they hating so bad that they be gatekeeping some of the secrets of how they be keeping their box braids looking fresh. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna expose those secrets. So what you want to do is, as soon as you get those braids, every 3 to 4 days, what you need to do is you need to take a little travel size sticky deodorant like such, get all up in between the parts, all up in between the parts. Then massage it in. Massage it in. I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna look fresh, clean, and it's gonna smell nice. It's gonna last you however long you want it to last. And then if you really want a sick curl pattern for when you take the braids out, as soon as you take your braids out, wash your hair. Don't do nothing else. Wash your hair as soon as you take the braids out. I'm trying to tell y'all. Just make sure if you do this tactic to make a video and tag me in it. I wouldn't lie.
Then you shouldn't be condemning black women for protecting African styles that have been passed down through the diaspora for centuries. Y'all love to cosplay black women in our styles, but never educate yourselves on how braids were used to map our way to freedom and escape assimilation. Instead, y'all gaslight us and repeat the same elementary responses of white supremacists before, like,
If where you came from originally they didn't have hot running water, plumbing, roads, hospitals and welfare, maybe you shouldn't be accessing those services brought to you by wonderful Western civilization.
Or maybe that dye and that stiff-ass hair has fried your brain into thinking that welfare or good infrastructure are cultural things and not necessities for everyone. Just like this cactus can go months without soil and still root again, braids help black women reconnect with our roots and regain self-love. If you never had to have an act passed in Congress just to wear your natural hair without discrimination, then you wouldn't understand why our hairstyles are sacred. Y'all love to act like black women aren't the blueprint, but stay trying to be carbon copies of us, but end up looking chewed up like Chewbacca.
First of all, You white women don't like to listen. Y'all want to come up with every 3 to 5 business months. Y'all come up with the same braid argument so you can try and get clicks and views. And you still don't want to listen. Because first of all, you've seen on this here internet that white women who have taken those braids out of their hair, how it's fucked it up. That's why we tell you that it's not meant for your hair. Wearing box braids is not meant for your hair. It's not. And instead of you being gracious enough to understand that we're trying to protect your hair, you want to argue about it. More power to you. That argument was made in 2020. We don't care anymore. Snatch all your shit out. We don't care. But what you will not do is pretend and be ignorantly obtuse as to say that straightening and dyeing our hair, we're not born with straight or blonde hair. You know, Aboriginal people are black. And that's just because in America they're black. But they're black people. They're born with blonde hair and blue eyes. Albino children, people, are born with blonde hair and blue eyes. And those are black people too. There are plenty of people who are born with very straight hair. You know that that is not a white thing. You know that. There are plenty of people of color who are not white who have straight hair. That's not a white people thing. Also, the cultural appropriation, no ma'am, that's American culture. That is American culture put in place by people that look like you. And since we are all Americans, that is our culture to have straight hair, to straighten our hair. That is American culture. That is something we were required to do. Because if we wore our shit, we got discriminated against here in 2023. There's a law that allows us to wear our own hair the way we want to wear it. A law. You know how Asians and Africans and Frenchmen and Scotsmen and Russians, how they come, Mexicans, how they come from other countries and they come here and now there's something American. They have now been encapsulated in the American culture whilst still living their own culture, which is the reason why we're telling you that black culture is different from American culture. So it's not cultural appropriation to straighten your hair when that is what was required from your culture. Y'all need to pay attention. We tired of this every 3 to 5 business months. We tired of it. And we really don't even care if you wear box braids. We're just trying to tell you that it's going to fuck your shit up because you don't know what you're doing, 1. And for 2, it's not for your hair. It's not for your hair. But you have a good day, lady.
Talk are saying
I'm not going to address any of the points of her video because she didn't address any of the points of the original video, so I feel like it's fair. I think that you guys want to do something without pushback. It's not that you want to wear, or it's not that you care about the conversation or whatever. You just want to wear braids without someone saying something to you. And I'm here to tell you that it is not possible. Do it. Go ahead. Wear box braids. But know that there's someone that's going to either say that you look stupid or they're going to say you look pretty. And that is with everything. If I wear my bonnet out in public, someone's gonna question me, but I don't give a fuck. It's a bonnet. I don't care. I don't care. You can say what you will, and I won't care. But y'all want to be in your hug boxes, and you want black women to say, no baby, it's fine, you can wear box braids. And you're gonna find a black woman who will say that to you. But I don't think that it matters. If you want to do something, go do it. But know that there's always going to be someone that looks at you dumb. But that's what you guys want. You want people to allow you to do things without pushback. And that is not how society works. And it's not how human beings work in the first place. Do what you will. But stop saying that the Vikings wore braids. No one is arguing that you can't wear braids. The argument is that box braids are cultural appropriation. If you don't care about cultural appropriation, then you just don't care. But that doesn't mean that that's not what it is. That doesn't erase the definition of cultural appropriation. Cultural appropriation is a word. It is a term. And that is what wearing box braids is. Just because there's a person in Africa, there's a person in Nigeria, there's a person in a country in Africa that is okay with you wearing braids, doesn't mean that every black person across the diaspora, especially in America, where black people have constantly created trends and had those trends ripped away from them, taken and giving the credit to someone else, i.e. Kim Kardashian calling Fulani braids bodeg braids. I don't know what you want me to say. You want permission and you're not going to get it. Therefore, go ahead and appropriate the culture.
Google is free, y'all. This is not harassing or bullying. This is just me educating and teaching my sister from another race. So according to Google, which is free, the oldest record of braids is a caved statue of a non-origin coda, the Venus or woman, estimated to have been made 30,000 years ago as a fertility fetish, which features woven hair capping a voluptuous body. Did I pronounce that right? Okay. And this woman went on to say, to talk about bathrooms. So according to Google, them white folks resisted bathing. Rather than bathing, early American colonists believed that practices like regularly changing their undergarments qualified for them as a good hygiene. As a result of this, Native Americans taught white folks how to bath. And this woman also went on to speak about hot water. Ever heard of Alice H. Parker? She filed a patent on gas-powered furnace in 1919. Frederick invented the first successful system for mobile refrigeration. And she also spoke about the plumber situation. Let's talk about Bennett, who was the first black woman in the United States of America to receive her master's license in plumbing in 1987. Google is free, y'all. Check that out, okay? And she went on to talk about lasagna and pasta. But guess who made pasta first? So according to Google, China was indeed the first country to develop the art of noodle making, but there were pastas in the Mediterranean world long ago before Marco Polo. I'm just saying, reading is fundamental. Once again, this video is for educational purpose only. You guys, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.